along with unlimited talk, text, and data on America's most dependable 5G network. In other words, it's tough and smart. Something to think about next time you're multitasking in the necessary. Just dial pound 250, say keyword Mike Rowe to get your free phone today. You can make the switch in just 10 minutes.
Tomorrow.
That's pound 250. Say Mike Rowe to switch to a no-nonsense smartphone and a company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Everybody's doing Aussie.
I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it since Aussie passed. All right, you guys, you gotta go to dairyherd.com.
Dairyherd.com, you're saying?
Dairyherd.com and check out the story on Aussie's connection to a dairy in the United States.
What?
Yeah,
Seriously?
I'm telling you, just go check it out.
Chateau Dairy here in Missouri.
It is
What? Hold on.
Chateau
It is awesome. Welcome back to Agri
He
That is Davis.
did a trip, a whole big tour of the Chateau Dairy out here, out wherever the fuck it is out here.
Yeah, I'm doing great, Chip. Wild markets and, a lot of price swings, so keeping everyone busy.
Yeah, at least with today.
Is this a Chiba? A Chiba?
What signals can we take from the way that the market's traded today?
Crazy.
It being the
That's
last
how
day of
it
the month?
goes.
Well, when we get back to this later, I think there was a major technical signal in the cattle. It was interesting. Yesterday I was doing a Zoom meeting with one of our clients who supplies a lot of inputs to the cattle industry, and he said, what's going to make this market ever top? And I said, I don't know, but you don't need any reason to make a top in a market. The market's top because they're overweight, and we'll know it when we see it. And today was a key reversal down in feeder cattle, and December cattle came within $2 of a major long-term objective, and everything broke through major support. And so, you don't need a reason. What will happen in that market now, in my opinion, is you've got, it's kind of like February 21st in the corn market. You have the commodity funds all long, and commercials are all short. And it's like a rubber band ready to pop. And when this market starts down, the commodity funds will be in a rush to get out of the way. And so you don't need any news. If you wait for news, the move will be over. And, cattle are a lot different. There's a lot different way of analyzing prices in cattle than corn. Corn, the market is voting on what's going to be left over. We have a stocks, ending stocks, and stocks to usage ratio. In cattle, we're going to eat whatever is slaughtered. It's just a function of what price, which makes it a much more difficult market to analyze. And so I think today was an incredibly important day in the cattle. And, I'm afraid a lot of people will be asleep at the switch. The other thing is, a lot of people have tried hedging it, get stopped out and lost.
Yeah.
I stopped out a lot. Those are the kind of markets that you just stay with them. And when you get a signal like today, you have to go at it very aggressively.
Okay. I like the way that you described the difference between the grain corn market and the cattle market there. And when I look at what happened in the box beef trade today, it was higher. Now, movement wasn't great, but box beef trade this morning was higher. You have to analyze two different sets of fundamentals to figure out what's going to happen to cattle prices. You got to look at the cattle supply, and you got to look at the beef demand. Two very different markets right now, aren't they?
Well, they are, and as we all know, cattle supply is extremely low, and and you can't change that very quickly. I mean, gestation cycle is just too long, and we're seeing a lot heavier steers coming in market right now. And I hate to say it, this is a traditional way a market will top, and everybody's looking for a reason, and you're not going to know the reason until it's over. And frankly, again, I don't think that you need a reason. All you need is for these commodity funds to start liquidating, and then every cattle feeder will be, swearing at the commodity funds. And you know, that's what's given this market liquidity, and that's what's driven the market as high as it is today. So, you know, I had a college professor once said, you know, we have two markets to harvest, and that's markets to harvest, and that is in grains. You got the grain crop, and you got the speculator crop. And I think one has to look at it that way right now. It's time to harvest the speculator in the cattle market.
All right. You see any influence on the hog market there at all, or is the hog market trading on its own merits?
It's on its own merits, and it had already peaked, but I don't see a huge decline coming in hogs. I think with the spread relationship, we'll see selling in cattle and buying of hogs. I mean, we're hedged in hogs. We're hedged 50% through the end of the first quarter, which is heavy as we ever are. The market has given some pretty good opportunities, and with the price of corn, it's been locking in a heck of a spread. And so just from a farm management point of view, we felt being hedged in hogs was the right thing to do. And now we're going to shift gears and probably